Hey guys, today I'm going to give you a comprehensive guide on how to make a profit farming the Trial of Chaos. This is my favorite farming method in the game. I spend most of my time in the Trial of Chaos, so I think I can give you a lot of information about this, a lot of tips. So let's get into it. I will give you everything that I know about the Trial of Chaos. Why is the Trial of Chaos cool? Well, the Trial of Chaos, you don't need to set up anything. You know that for mapping, you have to set up the towers, you have to do the pathing, you have to get the waste on the Atlas points, the precursor tablets, the overlapping of towers. Annoying. No, in the Trial of Chaos, you just put the coin, the Inscribed Ultimatum. This is the coin, the Inscribed Ultimatum. You just put this in, you go in, you farm it, you go out, everybody is happy. Plus, this is really cheap. You will find this for 1 exalted, and you can buy them as much as you want. Easy because of the new trading system. You buy them for 1 exalted, you go to the Trial of Chaos, you do it, you go out, you profit. It is impossible, unless you fail the trial, to not make a profit. You will always get over 1 exalted from doing the Trial of Chaos. So this is the most fast basic thing to make a profit in Path of Exile 2, dude. If you are asking what build is good for Trial of Chaos, any build is good for Trial of Chaos. If you can beat a tier 15 map, you can beat the Trial of Chaos easy, no problem. You won't find a problem there. If you are asking why is it valuable to farm the Trial of Chaos, every time you complete the Trial of Chaos, you will receive 3 soul cores. Soul cores are these things that you are seeing right here. These are sockerables that people put into their gear. The most amount of profit from the Trial of Chaos will come from here, but this is not the only thing that is profitable. You also get, at the end of the trial, you get one of these 3 fragments. This is also another part of your profit. These fragments are used at the end of the trial. You need the 3 of them to access the Trial Master to get your ascendancy. Some people also farm the Trial Master because you can kill the Trial Master and he drops loot, right? In my recommendation as a Trial of Chaos farmer, don't bother with the Trial Master. The Trial Master is too RNG oriented. You can get a big drop, but the majority of the time you will be losing money because you will be putting in these 3 things. It is a waste of time, in my opinion. Don't even try. Just sell the fragment. Sell the fragment, get your currency right there, and continue repeating just the 10 Trials of Chaos, you know. In the Trial of Chaos, you will also get some items, right? Every time you are going to start a round, they are going to offer you an item. So in the 10 rounds, you will get 3 soul cores, so remaining 7 rounds. Then you will get 4 items, 7 rounds, and in the 3 remaining rounds, you will get a currency item. And this currency item can be just a regal orb, an alchemy orb, or it can be an exalted, it can be a chaos, it can be an annulment, an orb of chance, and yes, even divines. And this can be times 3. For example, there is a possibility that you get 3 divines in just one of these slots. I have gotten them myself. It is rare, but it can happen. But it is fairly common to get the 1 divine. That is fairly common, or get 1 annulment orb. That is fairly common. So when you put all of these together, you are getting, for each run, you are getting a lot of stuff. And the Trial of Chaos is fast. You will be in here for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your speed and how fast you do stuff. And you will be out of here. So you can do 4 to 5 per hour. So the profit is good, without much hassle, without much difficulty. And it is cool. What is the difficulty in the Trial of Chaos? Not dying and selecting your afflictions. And I will, of course, tell you what to pick. Now, as it is random to get the currency, as I told you, divines, annulments, the soul cores are also kind of random. And some of them are really valuable and some of them suck. You will always get at least one of these ones that are like a little star. And the majority of them suck. But you will get 2 of these top ones, and this one don't suck. And there are 2 soul cores that give a lot of profit, and there is one that is the best one. And it is not that like rare, like, oh no, you are getting that one in 50 runs. No, you get it like 1 in 5 runs, 1 in 6 runs, 1 in 4 runs. and it is the soul core of Jiquani. If you see this one, this is the jackpot right here. Look, one is 373 divine exalted, so like 1.5 divines, something like that. That is really good. The other one that is good is not as valuable, but it is still good, and it is the one that gives you chaos resistance, 69 exalted to 1. And these are really common. You can probably, this is 1 in 2, for example. And the other ones also sell. When you compound all of that, there is profit to be made in the trial of chaos. Regarding the trials themselves, the first trial is always going to be killing all monsters. The second trial is always going to be survive for 1.5 minutes. The third trial is random. It can be the put all 3 soul cores in the stones. It can be the score the stereo. Then when the round comes back, you will again have to kill all monsters, and then another one random that can be the monsters in the circles, the 3 sacrifice circles. It can be the put the soul cores. And then in the last one, you have to do the survive, and it can be the statue, the soul cores, or the circles. And the other 3 remaining are the 3 bosses. The 3 bosses are the Blood Bear, the Tornado Bear, and the Chimera. Now, as I told you, when you beat the last boss, the 3rd boss in the sequence, in the 10th challenge in the Trial of Chaos, you will receive a fragment. But this is deterministic. You know what fragment you will receive depending on the last boss you fight. And you know this before going in. If you see your Inscribed Ultimatum, you can see that this says area level 80, number of trials 10. Victorious. Victorious means that you will get the victorious fate, and this is by fighting the Bloodbird. Then you get the cowardly one, and it also says cowardly. You will get the cowardly fate, and you receive this one by fighting the Chimera, and the other one is the deadly, and you fight the deadly fate, and you get this one by fighting the Tornado Bear. So you can choose the risk, like, do I want to fight the Tornado Bear as the last boss when I have 10 afflictions? You can choose that thing. And you can also choose based on the price. Let's say the Cowardly Fate is 22 right now. The Deadly Fate is 29, so you are incentivized to do that one because it is more expensive, and the other one is 23. So the Deadly, you should want to farm the Deadly. Why is it more expensive? Because people die to the Tornado Bear. So you have to be sure that you are going to complete the trial, right? So a normal process will be to buy the Inscribed Ultimatum, you go in, you farm it, you go out, and you sell your profits in the currency exchange. Of course, if you want to go fast, you would buy 10, 20 in a row, and farm them in a row, right? One after the other. How do you do that? So let's say that you want to farm the deadly one because it is the most expensive one. You come to the search tab, you put Inscribed Ultimatum, 80 out of 80. Because the more level, 80 is the higher one, the most difficult one, but also the higher level, the higher the reward. But you can figure out in here if you want to do different levels. All of them give the soul cores, by the way. And then in here you have in the end game filters, you can it says to you Ultimatum trial hint, and you can select in here that you only want to see the deadly ones, and then you search, and as you can see, they are not even 1 exalted, they are 1 regal. They are cheap as fuck, dude. But we can take this a step further, dude. If you beat the Trial Master, which I am recommending you to not do, he will drop another Inscribed Ultimatum. And the Inscribed Ultimatum that he drops is a magic Inscribed Ultimatum that allows you to bet currency before going into the trial. And if you complete the trial, they give you back the currency plus a profit. What does that mean? That on top of everything that you are already farming in the Trial of Chaos, what we already discussed, you have the opportunity to bet for increased rewards. So, for example, you have this one right here that says, sacrifice up to 3 orbs of chance to receive double on trial completion. What does this mean? You put the coin, you put also 3 orbs of chance, and so you have to have the 3 orbs of chance in advance. And at the end of the trial, when you complete it, they will give you 6 orbs of chance on top of all your rewards. So this is a way of, you are already farming the Trial of Chaos, you are already here. We can enhance how much we are earning. But again, these coins drop from the Trial Master. You can farm the Trial Master if you want, but I don't like doing that. So what I do is that I just buy these coins. The problem is that people are weird with how they price these things. So if you don't want to farm the trial master and buy them directly, as I do, you have to be careful with the price. Also, when you put, you have to be sure that you have practiced with the trial of chaos and that you complete it every time and you are not going to fail, because you are betting, and if you die and you lose the trial, you lose the bet. So if you are putting 3 orbs of chance and you die, you lose the 3 orbs of chance. Plus, if you buy this by trading, you also lose what you bought the coin for, because you lose the whole trial. So you have to be careful, because this also gives you another general affliction. Look, this makes it that monsters deal 75% of damage as extra chaos. If you have 0 chaos resistance, this is dangerous, right? And this is non-negotiable. This is on top of all the other afflictions you are going to pick inside. But again, I farm the Trial of Chaos by doing this. I don't use the normal coin. I always use the magic coin, because I am already doing the Trial of Chaos. These afflictions are whatever the fuck. You will still stomp the trial, because the trial is easy, let's be honest. And on top of that, I will receive extra currency. This is the best way. This is 100% the best way to farm the Trial of Chaos. But you have to be smart about the ultimatums, the inscribed ultimatums that you are getting, because they sometimes price them too high. What does this mean? You know that the reward for completing this ultimatum will be 3 orbs of chance. If the price they are giving you the ultimatum is equal or higher to the reward, it is not worth it. Who the fuck will buy that? You will be losing money at that point, on top of risking dying, right? So what you have to do is be sure that what you are paying for this is lower than the reward. Since in here the reward is 3 orbs of chance, at 45 exalteds, it is worth it, because 3 orbs of chance is like 70 exalteds. So you are earning 25 exalteds. That is a good one. Let's go. 129 maximum player resistances. That is nothing. Let's go. This one for 50. Let's go. And they are different. This one is for 3 orbs of chance, but I have this search that I do all the time. I will leave the link down in the description. You just visit the link and you will get this search string. You can only have one, but I deselect one and select the other. There is one that gives you 10 valors, and then you check it for 1 exalted. That is a really good one. This one for 10 valors, that is not worth it, because that is the same thing. But for 5 exalteds, that is worth it, because the valor is like 1.3 valors for 1 exalted. 5 exalteds, that is really good, and you will earn 10 valors on top, right? Let's check out the divine. The divine, always people are selling it for bullshit. It is almost never worth it, because they put it at 4 divines. You are not going to buy that. Look, 4 divines, and you are going to earn 3. So if you do this, you are losing 1 divine. Who is going to do that? I don't even know why they do this, but okay, they do it. So you can check out the Exalted Orbs is almost always a good one. Look, you buy for 12, you will earn 20. You are earning 8 more Exalteds on top of what everything you would say. 8 Exalteds is nothing, yes, but you are not doing this for this. You are doing it for the trial itself. This is a sprinkle on top. You know what I'm saying? But once where you earn a lot, the Orbs of Chance, because Orbs of Chance are expensive, and the Orbs of Annulment is also one where you earn a lot, but these are rarer. Look, no results found. No one is selling them. Those are rarer. The Chaos Orbs is also a good one. I do the Chaos Orb a lot. Look, for 8. So you will earn 2 Chaos Orbs on top of everything else you are earning in the ultimatum. So, again, really profitable. You have to be sure that you complete the challenge and you are not going to die. And you will be earning a lot of currency fast with no setup at all. Now let's go to the afflictions. I know you guys want to know what to pick when you are doing the Trial of Chaos. And I will tell you right here. This changes depending on your build. Of course, there are afflictions that you never take depending on your build. But there are afflictions that you never take no matter your build. And I will tell you which ones are those. This shit, you never pick it. Petrification status. It is annoying. Don't pick it. It will make your life a living hell inside of the trial. You can complete it. I have done it. But it is bullshit. The pyramid beans. Never pick it. You can do it. You can dodge it if you are good. But if they hit you and you are not immune to corrupted blood, you are going to probably die. Just avoid it. It is easy to just not pick it, dude. It is easy as fuck. Another thing, you never ever pick the volatile things. This shit will make your life a living hell. Because of this, I lost a 3 annulment Inscribed Ultimatum. And I picked it because I was sleepy and I thought it was the Blood Globules. The Blood Globules is an easy one that you always pick. But if you see the icon, it is really similar. The Volatile Fence and the Blood Globules, they look similar. I was sleepy. I thought I was clicking the Blood Globules and I picked the Volatile Fence. It made my life a living hell. And in the 10th trial, in the 9th trial, before the boss, I died. And it was a 3 annulment Inscribed Ultimatum. That was painful. I lost 1.5 divines in there because I bought the Inscribed Ultimatum for 140 exalteds. And then I put 3 annulment orbs as a bet. And then I died because of this shit. Never pick it. Never pick it. I would recommend not picking Impending Doom, but you can work with this one. I have picked it when there is nothing else that I like. So I take the Impending Doom. But if you can avoid it, just avoid it. Now, there will come points in time where RNG just fucks you over and they give you the 3 things at the same time. For example, they have given me, and that is why I have picked the Petrification status, they give me the Pyramid Beans, the Petrification status, and the Volatile Fence at the same time in one trial. This is rare, by the way. This doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. At that point, you have to decide, what do you prefer? I prefer the Petrification status because you can play around them. And if I get petrified, my character is kind of tanky, and with the flask, I can survive. But if you know that if you are going to get petrified, you are going to die, don't pick it. And pick something that you can dodge. If you feel that you can dodge the Pyramid Beams, go for it. If you think that you can dodge the Volatile Things, go for it, right? It is more, what is your ability? What can your build tank, you know? There are builds that can tank the Volatile Things, no problem. They just tank it. They take them in the face. If you can do that, go for that one. But normally, you wouldn't pick it. Now, there are things that you always pick. And the number one that you always pick is the lethal rare monsters. Why? Because this is not only not bad for you, but it is good for you. This benefits you. What this does is that it puts more rare monsters in your trials. So you will kill more rare monsters like if you were mapping, and you will get more rewards, more experience, more everything. So this is not dangerous at all. This is even good for you. You always pick it. In my opinion, oh, there is another thing that you never pick that I forgot. The escalating damage taken. Never pick this shit. This is outside of your control. There is no way to dodge this, and this will get you killed. Unless you are uber tanky. Never pick the escalating damage taken. Now, going with things that you always pick. This thing, Stormcaller Rooms. This is a non-affix. This doesn't exist. If you have 75% lightning resistance or more, and you are fairly tanky, this will never kill you. And on top of that, you will never trigger it, because this is not instantaneous. You have to stand on them for a long time for them to trigger. And when they trigger, the damage is slow. This will never kill you. This is a non-affix. This is like picking nothing. So you always pick that. The other thing that you always pick is the Baal Omnitech. This is like a rotating thing that shoots lightning. This is like picking nothing. This will never kill you. Always pick it. The Burning Turrets. This will never kill you. This is like picking nothing. Always pick it. And the Choking Torrents, it is like picking nothing. Always pick it. And that is how I get around this shit, by the way. I always pick it. And they have levels, as you can see. Level 1, level 2. If you pick it the first time and then they give you the second time, you pick that bad boy again. The Blood Globules is like picking nothing. You always pick it, right? There will come times where you have the Blood Globules one already and they offer you the second one. But if at the same time they offer you another one that you don't have, it is the first tier, and it is one of the non-impactful ones, you pick that one to increase your chances later of getting the tier 2 of both of them. So you are always getting something good. For example, I already have Blood Globules tier 1, and I come to a trial, and they offer me Blood Globules 2 and Stormcaller Runes 1. I pick Stormcaller Runes 1. You will say, well, now I have 2 afflictions. Yes, you have 2, but 2 that are inconsequential. Now, when you face the next one, the tier 2 of this will supplant another bullshit that you can get that is dangerous, right? So you are increasing your probabilities of getting choices that are beneficial for you when you do this. Outside from that, it is up to you. Like the stalking shade, for me, it is annoying. I don't pick it if I can, but sometimes they offer it to you at the same time as the petrification and the beams, so you will take it, right? It is easy to avoid. You won't die to this, but it is annoying, so that is why I don't pick it. But outside from that, everything else is custom based. I almost always take the time paradox. This is like picking nothing, but if you depend on buffs, it is annoying, right? I almost always pick the monsters gain 20% increase skill speed. This is inconsequential. I don't care if they are fast as fuck. But these are like a step below the Stonecaller runes. For example, a tier below. Like I prefer the Stonecaller runes. But if I don't get that, then the monster speed, I don't care. The chaotic monsters, they gain 20% of damage as chaos. I don't care. Go for it. Monsters have 300% increased critical hit chance. Go for it. That is like nothing. Monster hit always inflict bleeding and poison. Go for it. That is like nothing. But this one I hate it. Monsters inflict grasping binds on hit. I never take that one. Can I complete the trial if I pick this? Probably, but it is annoying. I don't want to do it. I never pick it. This is also one inconsequential one. They get energy shield. Who cares? Let them get energy shield. You will destroy them either way. But there are things that depend on your build that you don't want to take. If your build depends on slowing on stunning the enemies, you are not going to do it. But if don't, then pick it because it is inconsequential. If your build deals elemental damage, you never pick this one. Monsters have plus 42 all resistances because you will deal less damage. But if your build is full physical, like my bleeding build, you always pick it because this is like picking nothing. That there are certain things that you have to adapt to your build. 40% less defenses is almost always bad, but it depends on how tanky you are or what is your defenses. If you are more life-based, this is not that bad, right? If you are not dealing area of effect or projectile speed, then this is nothing and you pick it. If you don't depend on regeneration, you can pick the reduced recovery. But my build depends on regeneration for tankiness, so I never pick this one. So there are certain things that depend on your build. The reduced resistances, the tier 1 is almost always fine, but for the tier 2, you have to consider if you are willing to go that low on resistances. And that is how you pick your thing. It is easy, brother. You just have to avoid the bad ones, pick the good ones, adapt to your build the fishy ones, and everything will be fine. By the way, there is a trick that I want to show you to speed up your clearing of the Trial of Chaos. When you get this trial that is put the 3 soul cores, there is a bug. This is a bug in the game. You go and you put the thing. Normally what you have to do in here is that you have to look for 3 soul cores, right? And put it in the 3 stone altars. But what you are going to do is you are going to pick one, you put it down, and before it locks, you move out. You roll out. So to cancel the thing. And you didn't put it. And then you do it in the second one. And you roll out. This is a bug, by the way. And then you go and you put it in the tier 1. And then you can put the other one. And then you can put the other one without having to look for the other 2. So this is probably going to get fixed, but this has been like this since 0.1 and they have not fixed it. I don't know why, but hey, it is still there and this will speed up a lot your Trial of Chaos. That is another tip, so you do this fast, dude. So yes, brother, that is all you do. You come in here, you do your 10 trials, you select your afflictions. If you can, you do a trial where you are betting currency to get more currency. And you do them as fast as you can, as many as you can, and you will earn a bunch of currency. 90% of my currency comes from here. And I made enough currency to build strong characters and kill everything in the game, you know, and complete the game. This is a good farming strategy that to me it is fun, easy, and not annoying as doing mapping. Mapping is boring, it is annoying, overlapping towers, whatever. This to me is cool. So what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a clown? Am I a genius? Let me know everything in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever because this is just a ride.